so many adults are dealing with unhappy shoulders, painful shoulders. I see this all the time, and that's why I wanted to create this video, so you can start doing this short routine, but start bringing a lot of health, a lot of movement, start restoring the functionality of your shoulder. But before I go through the video, let me introduce myself. I am Rodrigo, founder of Barefoot Movers. And if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to the channel, like this video if you like, and let me know what other things you would like to see. For today's video, we're going to be using a foam roller and a resistance band. So the thing we are going to do is to use the foam roller to release the pec muscles and the lat. I'm going to only do it on one side, but you can, of course, do it in both. There may be one side that you feel that is tighter and more restricted than the other one. You can always spend more time on that one. So for the pec, I'm going to place the foam roller in this fashion on the ground, diagonally, and then I'm going to come on top of it, and I'm going to use the body kind of to lift my body or to lift the arm so I can roll. But it's not a big roll. You're going to focus mostly in the area where the chest meets the shoulder. Normally there is where there's a lot of tension. When you find, you don't put too much pressure, just a little bit. When you find a tight area, and you may be surprised how much tension there is there, you just want to use the other hand, make a fist, and you're going to rest the head there, and you're going to breathe. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds for this video, but if you have time, I will do it for 1 minute, even 2 minutes, okay? Depending on how much time and what is the situation of the shoulder. So when you're here, you're just gonna breathe in and out through nose. You're gonna keep the pressure there. Don't make it too hard, but make it where it's a little bit uncomfortable. You're gonna hold 30 seconds, we're almost there. And then without losing that spot, that trigger point, I'm gonna keep the arm straight and I'm gonna bring it overhead and I'm gonna externally rotate so I finish here with the thumb up. Then keeping the pressure, I'm gonna start going down, internally rotating the shoulder. So that means that I end up with the thumb down, pointing to the floor. And I'm gonna do that at least 3 times, okay? Without rushing. Sometimes people bend, keep the arm away from the ground, move it slow. It's gonna be hard to move it slow, but that's what you're gonna do. Don't just go up and down. You wanna slowly move through that anchor point. You're gonna do 30 minutes, 30 seconds hold, 30 seconds movement. If you can do one and one, 1 minute, 1 minute, even better. And then you're gonna do the other side. You're gonna realize, I'm not gonna do the other side, but that's what you can do if, especially the first time. Then when you know, or probably you already know, you're gonna focus more on the one that is the most unhappy. I'm gonna move to the lats. For that, I'm gonna come to my side, and I'm gonna lay on top of the foam roller. I'm gonna use the hand and the legs to kind of lift myself a little bit so I can roll. Lat is a big muscle, long muscle, right? Goes from like the armpit all the way through the rib cage. So I want you to look around, explore here a little bit. Sometimes you need to play with the angles a little bit. When you find a tight area, we're gonna do the same. You hold there, keep the pressure in the spot, use the breath, release tension through the breath. Hold. Don't make it too hard. You may be surprised how tight those lats are. So just a little bit, enough pressure to make it a little bit uncomfortable. 30 seconds breathing. We're gonna do 2, 3 more breaths. And then we're gonna lift the elbow here in line with the shoulder. Without losing the spot, I'm gonna try to reach overhead. Try to bring the bicep close to the ear without losing the spot, without modifying anything. Keep the arm away from the ground, bring it back. Keep the breath, and you're gonna do another 30 seconds. You see how I'm moving slow. I'm not rushing. I'm not like getting out of that spot. I'm not dropping the arm. 30 seconds, and then you're gonna remove the foam roller. We're gonna find ourselves in hands and knee position, and we're just gonna do a little bit of rocking, forward and back, breathing, nice and easy. And that will be the end of the release portion of this routine. I'm gonna start in this tall kneeling position. I'm gonna try to find a neutral pelvis, and I wanna keep the ribs down. That is because I wanna keep stacked rib cage on top of pelvis. I wanna have a little bit of core activation and a little of glute. So from now on, we're only going to move at the shoulder. We're gonna take the shoulders in a complete circle, but think of strength. I'm gonna do only 2 reps on one side. You're gonna do 2 reps in both sides. I just wanna show you how the drill is done. So core, glutes. I'm gonna create tension with the right arm. You can think that you're squeezing 2 tennis balls, okay? And if you have 2 tennis balls, you can grab them, squeeze them, core, glutes, tension. Now slowly, I'm gonna do the drill with the right arm. I'm gonna bring the arm overhead without bending the elbow. Very important here not to bend the elbow or move the upper body. Now from here, I'm gonna shrug the shoulder, and I'm gonna start squeezing those tennis balls, keeping the core, keeping everything in place, keeping the breath. I'm gonna draw the biggest possible circle all the way here. You see how I move slow? Because I'm squeezing and moving with strength. Then when I get to the side, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna roll forward. The shoulder is back and down. I'm gonna start lifting here. That's shoulder extension. As far as I can. Now, I'm gonna bring it overhead. Squeezing slowly. Make sure here we lose a lot of strength. So make sure that you have a strength, that you're not rotating the track all the way up, and then rest. That's 1 rep. You're gonna do 2 reps per side with that intention. You should finish pretty tired. Of course, if there is pain, you're gonna try to find the range that you can do it pain-free, okay? We're gonna start loading, so putting a little weight, just our body weight, and please be mindful of how this feels in the crab position. So for the crab position, I'm gonna set up the feet about shoulder width. I'm gonna bring the hands behind. Try with the fingers pointing behind you. If that's too much, you can always point to the side. But you're gonna make sure that we externally rotate the shoulders, and you create distance between the ears and the shoulder. You're gonna bring the chin in, whole hands in contact with the ground, feet in contact with the ground, and you're gonna push to lift the butt like this. You're gonna try to keep a neutral pelvis, but you're gonna focus on keeping those shoulders in that nice neutral position, pushing into the ground, and you're gonna hold for 20, 30 seconds. Or you can count breath. If you don't wanna look at your watch, just 3, 4, 5 breaths. And notice if you start losing the activation, if you start rolling the shoulders forward, then you stop there. You can do 2, 3 sets of those. If everything is feeling good, you can take it to the next level where we go from the crab, so same position, but then without losing the feet or the hand, you're gonna try to this tabletop position or reverse tabletop position where we're opening this area a little bit more. Be mindful, don't do it if there's pain, but now we start loading the shoulders in a better position. Now to finish with our routine, I want you to use the band. Look for a place that you can attach it, kind of around chest high, a little bit lower. Go for a live band. You're gonna create some distance here between you and the band, where here there's a little bit of tension. I'm gonna find my feet, hip width. I'm gonna get into a little hinge. I'm gonna try to get the glutes on, ribs down, the core is on. And then I'm gonna grab the band, but in a way that I'm gonna let the band pull me so I can get a good length of those lats. Now from here, I'm gonna retract the shoulder blade, so bring it back toward the spine, and then I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna use the other hand to feel my lat. I want that lat to turn on. Make sure that we're not shrugging here. Keep it down. Find that tension. Don't bring the elbow too far back. I see that often. Just by the side of the body. Mostly here, we wanna start feeling the lats. We want the lats to start working. And then slowly, you bring it back. Here I'm doing a little bit of internal rotation. So I'm going like this. When I pull, I externally rotate. You're gonna do around 6 to 8 reps on both sides, and you can repeat that 2-3 times. So there you have it. This is a nice routine that if your shoulders are not feeling very healthy, they're a little bit achy, you can start using mindfully, making sure that there's no pain there. And if you start doing 2-3 times a week consistently, you should start seeing or feeling some differences. Of course, leave me a comment, let me know if you have any questions. And that is it for today.